the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The Niners have a first down on a gain of 11. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Lock, lock, lock.
Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. 42's the mic.
They're not man.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Bravo.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Switch.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
26. Hey, watch that.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Don't throw this way.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
21.
I'm coming up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Coleman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
At the Packers' 4-yard line.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers got his man. It's Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Inside.
54's Mike. 54's
To throw again. Rodgers.
Watch the run.
It's caught here by Adams. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Can't believe they even let you play.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Three down. Shift.
21. Here we go.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Here we go. 180.
Check. 42's the mic. Hey, I'm coming.
I got you.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game.
50. Mike's 5-4.
Rodgers now on first down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And that's complete to Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Garoppolo on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Single, slot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Here we go. Like 80. 1, Omaha.
That's a gain of 7.
You got 3.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Forced out to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
High 7.
Watch the screen. Let's go. Mike 42. Stay with your man.
Hey, gun.
Mike 42, check. Mike 42.
21.
Let's see what you got.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Easy. Cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there. 54 Mike. Crunch time, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rodgers now to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
We eat it up here.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Crosby with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
11.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
13. Hey, seam six.
On first down, Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
11. Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 42. Let's pick it up. It's our time.
Two.
The field.
2.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another 49er.
Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Flushed out right, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Motion.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
12.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's
Hey, orbit.
down to lose one.
He's back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete.
I'm going here.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw is Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, gun. Hey, Delta.
Me, I got this. Mike's 42.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Quarterback D-line. Five. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Check.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A gain of 26 yards. Complete to Deebo Samuel. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 54. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 6 man.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers looking middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And Adams has it complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they try to sweep to Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 3rd and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Just like that. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Open man is born. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
That's another 49ers 1st down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that